Welcome to the show with Joe. I'm Joe. I think I have like mold poisoning or something. I got sent to a hotel that may have mold. That's my guess. But the show with Joe. Yes, back to it. Sorry. Mold vision. I just did a video last week called What's Up with Actors? Why They All Soy Boys or something. I forget what I called it. But I talked about Seth Rogen being afraid to make movies now. And then this week he comes out with something that says Seth Rogen is ready to direct a movie again after the interview made him gun shy for years. We're not the biggest problem anymore. Remember that? Remember I was just talking about that? The interview where him and James Franco go overseas and talk about Kim Jong-un. I remember the name now, by the way. This is kind of crazy. Because here's the thing. I don't understand the obsession with Seth Rogen. I can't name you one good thing Seth Rogen has done. I know there's like one TV show he's on that's kind of popular, but like I'm just willing to bet that it's not him making the show that great. I saw him in The Boys. And he was just himself. It seems like he's just himself, or like it's not. Yeah, God, he's the worst. He's just the worst. But actually, so he's ready to make a movie again, apparently. Let's see what he says about it. This is, sorry. Let me take a step. This is This Week in Hollywood. Extra. Seth Rogen, for the past decade, Seth Rogen has his hands full with plenty of acting, writing and producing duties, but he has not directed a film since 2014's The Interview for understandable reasons. The interview starred Rogen and James Franco as their characters landed an interview with North Korean dictator Jong-un Kim. Then were recruited by the CIA to assassinate him. The film famously caused an international incident with North Korean government threatening the United States if Sony released it, and Sony being hit with massive cyber attack right after. Rogen and partner Evan Goldberg directed the movie together, their second directorial efforts after This Is the End. In 2026, This Is the End cut to 2026. And Rogen has directed plenty of TV shows, including the hit series The Studio, but has yet to direct another feature. It has been a while. The last one we did was almost started a war, so that made us maybe a little gun shy for a little while. Rogen admitted at the premiere of his new movie, The Invite, on Wednesday. Why are they all so generic? The Studio, The Invite, The Interview. Let's call it The Interview. Let's call it, where is it, a wedding? The Invite. Is it like The Office? The Office did good. The Studio. We eased back in, not Pineapple Express, right? Remember that? That's a cool name. We eased back through television, and it seemed to go well. We do talk about it, maybe hopefully directing a film next year, actually. Oh. Sorry, that's my Seth Rogen voice. He added that in Today Hollywood's Extra. We're not the biggest problem anymore. For now, he's starring in another actor-director vehicle, Olivia Wilde's The Invite, which sees him and Wilde as a couple barely keeping their marriage together. Oh my God. Who invited their neighbors, Penelope Cruz and Edward Norton, over for a quickly derailed dinner party. Wow. Dinner party, wedding party, kind of the same, right? I don't know. Rogen joked that simply being a hired actor rather than his usual multi-hyphenate role on the movie was refreshing, and it's nice when there's a conversation happening over there and you're like, normally I'd be part of that conversation that everyone looks pretty miserable to be part of. And I can just scroll Instagram and talk to Edward. He also had high praise for Olivia Wilde, noting, I've worked with some people who are acting and directing at the same time, and I always really enjoy it. To me, she was very bold in both respects, which I found to be really, really impressive. Like, she was taking big swings, both as an actor and as a director. The Invite slides into select theaters on Friday, opening wide July 10th. What the fuck? I hate refresh Yahoo nudes. I hate refresh Yahoo News like 5 times a day. And Seth Rogen's on there like 4 out of the 5 times. So that's where I get all my articles from if you're curious. Look, here's another one I found today. I found this one today. Seth Rogen and Keanu Reeves' rich people convo is sparking a huge debate. You might remember that Seth Rogen and Keanu Reeves appeared together last year in the Aziz Ansari-directed film Good Fortune. The film, which also stars Aziz, centered around Angel, played by Keanu. Oh, wow. Keanu Reeves is great. Who meddles in the lives of wealthy boss Seth Rogen and his employee, played by Aziz. There he is, generic Seth. So it makes sense that when the three sat down for an Esquire roundtable discussion with fellow Good Fortune star Keke Palmer last year, the conversation turned to wealth disparity. Regarding the ultra-rich. And now an exchange between Seth and Keanu has resurfaced as well as becoming a subject of a heated debate. A heated debate between these three low-T guys and Keanu. That was a good joke. Maybe this is like... maybe this is like naive to me. But it seems like these rich people who have outseized wealth, it seems like they used to have their names on things that were able to be used by the public. Oh, libraries, national parks. Oh, Keanu Reeves says. Yeah, parks, observatories, libraries, museums, you know, things that like, and now it's like people don't do that stuff anymore. They do, Aziz countered. But it's like the Sackler family or whatever, but they also give us oxycodone to get the money to do it. He is referring, of course, to the Sackler family and their affiliated company, Purdue Pharma, who are widely recognized for their pivotal role in the opioid crisis taking place. You can read more about that right here. Seth then turned his sights on Elon Musk, whose company, Tesla, if you didn't already know, opened up the Tesla Diner in Hollywood last summer. It's like a diner in LA, but you still gotta pay to eat there. It's not free. He's still charging people for smash burgers. There's a Tesla Diner in LA. That should be free. That should be free, Keanu exclaimed in agreement. You don't need burger money when you're the richest guy on earth, Seth concluded before adding later, I'm sick of these billionaires charging us for burgers. I mean, does it create jobs? Does it help people? They need people to run the burger place. It's not just a free place. It's not just a charity burger place. If there was free burgers... If you wanted to take down McDonald's, you do free burgers. If you want to have fun, you open one restaurant in LA. Put that on a t-shirt. Whatever I just said sounded great. That needs to be on a t-shirt. Over on Reddit, people had plenty to say about this unearthed convo. So here's some comments from people. It falls a little flat when everyone on stage is a multi-millionaire themselves, one person asserted, which is a great point. Are you curious how much Seth Rogen is worth? Let's find out. Together. 80 million. Bang. Spot on. 80 million, 85 million by the end of 2025. If you're curious, I looked it up. Get your name in a hospital, $100,000. Name on a library, $100 million for the hospital, $80 million for a library. But for a name of like a quarter or like a classroom in like a college, $2 million. Now, if I was rich, I would not put my name on the building. I would, like the college or whatever, I would buy... if I had $80 million and big end, I wanted to have this conversation, I would first buy out all of the meeting room space in the building and have it either my name or my name adjacent names. Then the whole building on the inside is mine. The outside can be like Thomas Jefferson or whatever, but you get inside and it's Joe. the Joe Library, the Joe Room, the Joe Cafeteria. Cafeteria Joe is better. I want it named at that, Mr. Dean. Joe's Gym. Joe's Laboratory. Joe's Secret Laboratory. Joe's Men's Bathroom. Joe's Bathroom for Females. Joe's Electrical Room. Joe's Elevator Room. Up and Down with Joe is actually what I'd call that one. What other ones we got here? Ooh, what other places are there? Administration Office by Joe. The Joe's Gym sounds pretty cool. All right. Where are we at here? Oh, yeah, net worth. Oh, yeah, how about we look up Keanu Reeves? So 80 million, 85 million for our boy Seth. Keanu Reeves' net worth is 380 to 400 million. How about Unziz? Now, Unziz got canceled pretty recently, so he's probably still catching up. I would guess... What do we think Aziz is? I would guess he's probably 25 mil. I didn't look that one up. The first one, I'll be honest, I did look up. That was a guess. 25 mil, Aziz Ansari. He's probably can have the conversation for fun, but like Seth borderline, Keanu Reeves for sure can get a name on something, but that dude still rides the bus, so I mean you can't. Yeah, nothing with him. So anyways, yeah, these guys are losers. What else happened this week? I don't want to click that one yet. I want to save that one for last, but for a tab's sake. Okay. I also covered this maybe 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago now. Kylie Jenner getting sued by one of her housekeepers and how it's insane that she has like a little anthill drama inside her own house. Well, she was sued by somebody that tried to pass her a note when she was getting a massage in her own house saying, "Help me," basically. That was the second time this happened. Now, Kylie Jenner hit with a third lawsuit as former chef claims Palm Springs party led to a miscarriage. I don't mean to laugh at that, but Jesus, I would have cleaned house at that point. Like, your house is literally their job site. You probably get mail for like unemployment for them to your house. It's crazy. Less than 2 months after being sued by two former housekeepers, Kylie Jenner has been hit with a third workplace lawsuit. The beauty mogul's former private chef allowed a grueling workload led to her miscarriage. Filed Monday, the complaint alleges the woman routinely worked 11 to 12-hour shifts 5 days a week and was assigned physically demanding tasks despite alerting supervisors to her high-risk pregnancy. A representative for Jenner did not immediately respond. According to the file reviewing by the Times, the woman was told she was selected to work as Jenner's private chef around Thanksgiving 2024 and early December 2024. Man, that baby's basically would be 2 by now, and you're still dealing with this? The woman claims she informed her supervisors. Oh, here's what happened. Oh, you lost your pregnancy to work? Oh, who's your boss? Kylie Jenner. You would definitely have a case, man. On New Year's Eve, December 2024, supervisors who had allegedly been hostile with the former chef directed her to lift and transport heavy food items across the street and uphill without assistance. As a result of the physical exertion, the former chef claims that she became dizzy, began choking and gasping for air, and required assistance from security personnel who intervened by providing water and aid. Around February 1st, 2025, the then chef, 5 months pregnant at the time, was assigned to work Jenner's child's birthday event, Palm Springs, where she wasn't provided adequate support despite the scale and demand of the party, according to the lawsuit. The former chef claims that when she was asked for help and expressed concern over the workload, she was ignored by supervisors. Due to exhaustion and overwhelming physical strain, she broke down emotionally in the bathroom during the event. That evening, she experienced extreme physical exhaustion and heaviness through her body, and resulting in a prolonged and intense workload. The next morning, while the former child chef, I said child chef instead of, I was thinking child star. The The next morning, while the former chef was still in Palm Springs, the filing states that she awoke experiencing severe hemorrhaging and drove herself to the emergency room. She's informed there was no detectable heartbeat. Oh, she lost her child. That's sad. Falsely, according to the former chef, she informed her supervisor of the miscarriage in the emergency and medical emergency, and in the following days was falsely accused of leaving the kitchen and refrigerator in disarray following the Palm Springs event. Ooh. The filing states that after the miscarriage, she suffered severe depression and emotional distress and claims that a supervisor reprimanded her, saying, "Stop it, just stop it. You're upsetting Kylie. You are making her depressed." Ooh. Celebrity status does not exempt anyone from California's employment laws. Ooh, yeah, I just dealt with that. That is crazy. Now, having the experience of working there. Okay, wait, what's it say? The former chef is an unspecified amount of damages, claims that an additional suffering a combination of failure, pregnancy, discrimination, and harassment. She was misclassified as an independent contractor, did not get paid time or for the appropriate hours she worked. Legal filing follows 2 lawsuits brought by former housekeepers of the embattled reality star. Less than 2 weeks after one woman on January cleaning staff sued her, claiming her coworkers harassed and discriminated against her, with another housekeeper came forward with allegations claiming Keeping Up with the Kardashian star didn't intervene while suffered abuse from fellow staff despite housekeeping slipping the reality star a letter pleading for help. Oh my God. Yeah, that's crazy. Imagine waking up and having to worry about staff. Like, part of it is like sweet because like you don't have to do anything and people just throw parties at your house for you. But the other side is like, damn, you wake up and you're like, oh, fuck, there's that housekeeping supervisor that keeps telling me that all of my staff are being harassed and discriminated by her. And I will say, working in California as a manager, you cannot, unless you sign a waiver, I mean, even this is crazy. Imagine, I don't know, you're doing anything important and you're hour 5 into your job, you're forced to take a break no matter what. Unless you sign a paper that says you can work up to 6. And then once you get to before your 6 hour, you can, you have to take a break. Otherwise, the business gets mad because there's lawyers out there that chase down businesses that don't do this, and then they sue your company for it unless you have backup or proving that they called out or something. So it is crazy there. I'll give her that. But Kylie Jenner's got to figure out her house stuff. I mean, one's a problem. One's like okay, this is a problem. Let me fix it. 3 now and a lost pregnancy. I mean, Kylie, you're for the little amount that you're doing, you should probably just do a smidge more in your own personal life there and maybe take away some of your stresses that you're putting on yourself. Not that the money matters, right? She'll just pay out whatever. This is a long one. Sorry. What's next? Okay. One of our new... that's funny. So I cover some comedy, and I call that the Rogan verse, as many other people do. But like, I'm gonna call this like actor Hollywood area also the Rogan verse for Seth Rogen. We're gonna go to Hollywood Rogan verse. So our newest person into the Hollywood Rogan verse is Dave Bautista, also known as Powerbomb Batista or Batista in WWE, or also I guess he's in like a Marvel movie or something. I never saw it. Dave Bautista says, if a trans person bothers you more than a Nazi, reevaluate. Why is that statement wrong? I'll tell you why it's wrong. Because Nazis aren't tolerated by anyone. I don't think there's anyone that has this thought. I don't think anybody thinks trans people are worse than Nazis. My initial thoughts of this conversation are, why is he saying this? Or is it somebody coming up to him and saying, hey, Dave, how do you think about this line? Can I say that you said it? Oh, yeah, sure. That's what I think this is. That brings me to my next point, which is Dwayne Johnson. This is another, I'm on Yahoo. I'm just straight on Yahoo all day. Dwayne Johnson slammed as a coward for staying quiet on politics. Star Trek icon George Takei fires back. Silence is complicity. What are you complying with? Like, this happened with Nate Bargatze. People are blowing up on him because he's right-wing. The Rock, maybe he doesn't feel left. Maybe he doesn't feel right. Maybe he just wants to stay in the center. Maybe he doesn't want to talk about politics. Now, I also did a video roasting The Rock because he's crazy. He did some crazy stuff to Kevin Hart on his Kevin Hart roast. But at the same time, why can't the man live controversy-free? Even if he's doing no controversy, he still gets like an article like this every so often. I don't know. I'm just tired of it. I think everybody's tired of it. I think it's all stupid, and I think that actors are deteriorating like water against the ice in Antarctica, and they're all dive bombing. And I will cover Seth Rogen until that happens in the new Rogenverse. And that's all I got for this. So, actors, right? This is Access Hollywood with the show with Joe. Catch you later. Thanks for watching.